your Lin-ay Negros 2026 Final 5.
You know what's going to happen next, everybody.
Yep.
As Robbie and I mentioned earlier, our top 5 will be...
Big crowd. And that is dependent on the question that we'll be answering.
So why don't we call our first candidate on the top 5? She is candidate number 10, Kawayan Elisha Escultura. Top 5. Expected? Not really. Excited?
I'm very excited.
I have to make sure that we can hear you. Can you say hi to your fans once more?
Hello to my family and friends, supporters. Thank you so much. I will do my very best to make you all proud. Thank you so much.
I hope everybody astatid ko sa likod makabati sa iyang sabat. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, very ready.
Good luck. Your question goes this way. Oh, ladies. Can you look at me? Can you close your eyes? Can you sing happy birthday for Kawayan? They can't hear me. And we are ready. Good luck. The final question. This year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad, or promise. As the province advances its vision of a Banse Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action? Again, this year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad, or promise. As the province advances its vision of a Banse Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action?
Thank you so much. Lin-ay Negros have always been my dream, not just because of the spotlight, but because of the responsibility it carries. As a founder of Lakbay Eskwela, bringing education to Baybay and Bukid that started in municipality of Kawayan, I am not just standing here to represent Municipality Kawayan. I want to strengthen for me to be able to reach the greater heights of the entire Negros community. Because if we want real change, we need to start giving everyone the chance to learn. And as long as I stand here in front of everyone, I will make sure that whenever my name is called, Negros Occidental will be heard. Madamo gid nga salamat, hindi siya sa Negros Occidental.
Madamo gid salamat. Grace under pressure. So much pressure right now. Okay, thank you so much.
Let's move on to our second finalist, number 28 from Talisay, Kimberly Payumo. Kimberly, you look just as relaxed as you were earlier. Do you feel 101% relaxed tonight?
Yes, definitely. I am so relaxed. I prepared so much for this, and I always thank my LGU for their unwavering support.
Out of curiosity, Kimberly, you placed headphones on. What was the music that was playing?
Well, the music that was playing was Ama Kabugera.
Oh, makabugera. Okay. May entrada.
Yeah.
And hopefully, makabog mo itong question na to. Okay?
Yeah, I like that.
Are you ready?
Definitely.
Your final Q&A, or your final question goes. This year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad, or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action? Again, this year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad, or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action?
As we celebrate the 30th year of Panaad, combining and uniting municipalities and cities together, we continuously strive for the best of every Negrosanon. And me, as your Lin-ay Negros,
I would strive to advocate for my advocacy, which lies in our sugarcane farmers, because it reminds us that as often as we celebrate the sweetness of its harvest, let us continue to remember the hands that shape our future, reminding us that no community should be left behind in order to ensure an avance negrense. And as your future queen, I would keep my panaad vow and promise, which is to remember that my crown will never sit above the people. It will choose to stand with them. Thank you.
Madamong salamat, Talisay!
Manifestation. Okay.
And now, the third contender, candidate number 25 from Don Salvador Benedico, Jamaica Bantigue. Jamaica, good luck. I hope you're ready for your question.
Thank you, Miss Danny. Thank
Relax.
God.
Inhale, exhale. Your question goes this way. This year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action? Again, this year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action?
I believe that I could embody this promise by initiating one of the projects through our Avance Negrense. I am a strong advocate for mental health, and I am the founder of You Matter organization. Because personally, I experienced the symptoms of anxiety and depression, and I had lost some of my loved ones due to this instance and issue. And I believe that through this advocacy of mine, I have this envision, a big envision and promise for Negros Occidental to have a mental health and psychological facility someday. Because the stigma is continuously rising, and the ratio of our mental health facility and our mental health professional is way too small compared to it. And that is why I really feel the need to do it. It might took a leap of faith, but I know that through the help of every concerned individuals, local government unit, Lin-ay Negros platform, and of course the provincial government, we could really make things possible for a gentle Negros Occidental. Because I believe that true progress is not just about growth, it's about sustaining and cultivating a community while fostering sustainability. It is for us to build a resilient and inclusive Negros Occidental that could benefit every Negrense and the generations to come. Madam, gid niya salamat.
Don Salvador Benedico!
Not just awareness, but empowerment in the realm of mental health.
Para sa tanan.
Para sa tanan talaga.
Now we head on to our fourth contender, number 12, Kabankalan, Johanna Marie Oyog. Here we are again.
Kabankalan. Okay. There's one question that sets you apart from the other ladies to claiming the crown. Are you ready?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, resounding definitely from this lady. Your final question is this. This year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you as Lin-ay Negros embody and transform this promise into concrete action? Again, this year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of Avance Negrense, how can you as Lin-ay Negros embody and transform this promise into concrete action?
I always believe that Lin-ay Negros is more than just a pageant. It is an advocacy-driven pageant. As a Lin-ay, I believe that I can make a transformation and include every Negrosanos with me with my advocacy, which is entitled UMA, or Uplifting Modern Agriculture. It is about helping our agriculture sectors, especially our farmers, to rise, not just only to survive, including our young individuals as a catalyst of change through the teachings of our farmers so that they can see this industry as something that doesn't have to be ashamed of, but something that has to be proud of. And of course, include our babayang Negrosanos, specifically our single mothers, to have an access in doors of opportunities to lead and have an access in job so that they can strive. Because as a child of a single mother, I've experienced how difficult it is to see my mother struggling many jobs just to raise her children. Because I believe that Negros Occidental needs a pearl, a precious pearl that is resilient, shaped through the times, and tested through challenges. Yet slowly, she is transforming into the most precious, shiny pearl she could ever be. And that pearl is standing in front of you. Thank you so much, Negrosanos.
Kabankanan!
Thank you.
Madamong salamat.
Rooted from personal experience. Thank you.
Yes.
She said Uma.
That's the best way of answering it.
Definitely. She said Uma.
Yeah.
What? Let's take her word at umabanse na tayo.
I love it.
Okay.
And that is with number 16, Calatrava with Glazel Bayona. Hello again, darling.
Hello, Miss Jenny.
Not
Hello,
teary-eyed this time, but a happy face. Let's go to your question. This year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of a Banse Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay sang Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action? Again, this year marks the Pearl anniversary of Panaad sa Negros Festival, a celebration rooted in the very word Panaad or promise. As the province advances its vision of a Banse Negrense, how can you, as Lin-ay sang Negros, embody and transform this promise into concrete action?
Ladies and gentlemen, ever since I've joined beauty pageants, I've always been advocating for environmental sustainability and responsibility. And as your Lin-ay sang Negros, I have seen myself that our world is at a crossroad every day. We have witnessed the effects of climate change, pollution, and environmental degradation. And this reminds us that our actions of today can really shape the world of tomorrow. With our government, our fellow Negrosanon, and with the organizations connected to it, we can take ownership towards our environment by simply planting trees, conserving water, and supporting renewable sources, energy, or simply choosing sustainable products. We can create a more progressive Negros Occidental, and we could continue to evolve as a whole, because the greatest glory in this world is how we're able to develop as one Negrosanon, as one Negros Occidental. Abansi pa, Negrense.
Madamo salamat! Salamat!
I am so happy with the answers. Again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our final five.
Wonderful job, ladies! And I really saw their expression, but the judges were like this. Amazing answers, and like what you said, personal answers. That's what makes them and gives them character. That is where the value and principle comes from.
You know what I noticed? These ladies are just filled with so much confidence. You know, when they answer, they know their content, but the tone, it starts from low and rises up and gives it with a pack punch to give it that big highlight for everyone to roar. So again, ladies, big congratulations, great job, and we'll be awaiting for the results. Again, our final five.
Wow, all right, since we are waiting for the results, someone wants to make the stage a little bit busy, a little bit beautiful and harmonious. So allow me to welcome and introduce this special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, to serenade our ladies and the province tonight, let us welcome a special guest. From unforgettable roles on screen to heartfelt songs that come straight from the heart, he is an award-winning icon who has graced over 50 television and film productions.
That is what we call credentials. Icon.
And you mentioned earlier, how many years is he celebrating?
30 years.
30 years in the industry. From unforgettable roles on screen to heartfelt songs, an A-list actor, a gifted singer, a songwriter. Tonight, he brings romance to the stage as he serenades our beautiful candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, Asia's drama king, Jericho Rosales!
Super intelligent women. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's an honor to be here. Ako po si Jericho Rosales. I was once a contestant also sa Mr. Pogi. So I know what it feels like to be asked questions, pero this is on another level. This is great. I truly enjoyed listening to the questions and the answers, but most of all, I enjoyed Robbie Domingo's voice. I could fall asleep while listening to his voice. Sana sumali siya dito eh. But anyway, are you guys having fun? Are you guys still there? I do feel a little bit far from you guys. So, hindi lang sila yung kakantahan ko. So, syempre, kayo din. So, I know it's been a long day. Let's get it on. Sa inyo po.